question 7, how does transition to your service work? So third-party support sounds great, Support Revolution sounds great, I want to join. What happens next once I've signed up?
Okay, so within the sales process, we will work with you to make sure we can transition in time. The main thing is to work back from when your support renewal is with the vendor, and then we can work back from there. Traditionally, we like about 3 months to be able to provide that, the whole process in its entirety. So when a customer is signed up with us, they will be assigned a project manager from our side, and we really take over and we help through the whole process. So you'll be assigned a project manager, and we have a kick-off meeting with you. In that kick-off meeting, we will come down to your offices and meet with yourselves, meet with your support partners, and really get a good understanding of not only your software, but the roadmap for that software. So are you looking to move your ERP into a cloud? Are you looking to transition away from that current ERP and move along to another service? And once we've got that information, we can then start looking at the infrastructure. So where is that sitting at the moment? What is the roadmap looking like? That then gives us an overall picture of what you would like to do within your archive. So the archive is the critical part of any transition, and we work with our customers to help them download the software that they're entitled to before the renewal dates. So once we've got that information, we can then help you write your archiving process. And as part of that, we will come and sit and basically hold your hand through the process. What do you need to download? What do you not need to download? Because no one wants to have storage for a piece of software that they're no longer going to use. And that whole process can take 2 to 3 months to make sure it's done correctly, because you have to make sure that we're adhering to the manufacturers and the vendors' regulations as part of that. Alongside that, we will start by setting you up on our Remedy Force system, which is obviously key, because when you move away from the vendor, you want to make sure that you've got a system ready to go. So we'll provide you training documentation of how that works. We'll also come down on site again to meet with your support teams. So if you've got an in-house support team, we'll come and meet with them and just run through a couple of tickets and a couple of tests with them as well. Point, we would love to have access to a test or a dev environment of our customers via VPN, gated VPN, gated access. It allows us to be able to react quickly to support tickets that we've got. Not all customers allow us to do that straight away. Security sometimes takes a little bit of a long time with customers, but if we can have access via VPN, it means that we don't have to rely on the customer so much when they raise a ticket. So instead of them sending information backwards and forwards, it just means our team can go in,
fix it at source,
and it just takes the pressure off the customers as well. VPN connection can be done at a later stage, but if we can get it done in transition, that's great. And then it's as simple as switching over. So midnight, when your support stops, we take over and off we go.
One of the things I often hear when I end up talking to customers for case studies and things like that is the fact that we take on the old tickets that Oracle and SAP are still open or have been unable to solve, and they're always surprised at the fact we can solve them during the transition process. So that's a good thing as well. I mean, yeah,
absolutely. It's one of those things where customers might have support tickets open with the vendors for 6 months, 12 months. Sometimes we found, especially if they're on older versions of software that are no longer supported, those tickets are not going to be fixed because maybe they're not in Premier support anymore. So we take on all open tickets with the vendor. Some customers like to keep them with us and the vendor to see who can fix them first. But no, we welcome all open support tickets as well. It just means that you've got that ability to be able to get 2 organisations looking at it. And because we're not restricted as a support organisation by saying you have to upgrade or it's in the next release, we can start working on any fixes that are required straight away.